in Smestad, Lillian has a PhD in particle physics from the University of Oslo, through which she took part in the discovery of the Higgs boson. Wow, that's not everybody has that on their CV, I don't think. Lillian held subsequent postdoctoral research positions working at CERN with searches for dark matter and studies of antimatter. As a senior data scientist in Inmeta Consulting, Lillian creates solutions for customers using machine learning and advanced analytics. Lillian, I hand the floor to you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction and thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. Right, so with regards to my work experience, I'll just highlight now that, I had a good run in academia and I transitioned in 2018. And I was lucky enough to immediately find a home in the work that I'm doing now. So I only had one real job, if you want. In the context of this event, I highlighted two other experiences. So I've been very active in outreach. So I took part, for instance, in FameLab when, so that's a science communication competition that CERN arranged in 2015. So yeah, I won the CERN one and I went on to the international competition where I became a runner-up. So what I wanted to say here is that that was a great experience, great fun and great training. So I think that opened doors for me and gave me opportunities in my career that I otherwise would not have gotten. Such fun things as being the host for the CERN visitor movie. Another point is that I'm also active in knowledge sharing. For instance, I'm a co-founder of Oslo.AI. So we're building for the AI community in Oslo by arranging events. And this, I think, have helped provide me the visibility needed to be nominated for such awards. So I shall admit it's a bit awkward for me to highlight them here for you. I mean, obviously it's cool that someone else acknowledges that what you do is valuable, but that helps for the darker days that we have. But I wanted to highlight it here more for the flip side of it, actually. And that is just because you think that someone looks kick-ass and awesome doesn't necessarily mean that they feel kick-ass and awesome. So imposter syndrome is a thing, and if you're not already feeling it, you probably will if you transition out of academia. So we can speak more about that later. Right. So my time at CERN, I had nearly 11 years working with or at CERN. So needless to say, it was a very important part of my life. As you might appreciate, some of these pictures of me weren't taken yesterday. So yes, being part of the discovery of the Higgs boson sort of accelerated me onto this outreach track of mine, which was, again, great training. I did my master on the same topic as my PhD, so I didn't list it here. Then I did a postdoc on dark matter with Atlas. So I was the responsible for the dark matter section of the so-called PMSSM legacy paper of Atlas, summarizing the impact of the 111 searches. Then I did a postdoc on antimatter, so the antimatter gravity experiment images. So there I focused on the positronium part of it, where I got to be hands-on and feet-on, which you might see here. So some of these positions, I like to joke that I'm a material girl. Also, I did a lot of other things here. I did a lot of guiding. You know, the pictures here is from CERN Open Days in 2019, actually, and lecturing. And I met a bunch of great people, awesome people, including my husband. So, very important experiences indeed. Right, so I said I transitioned in 2018, and I did so to a company called Inmeta. One of the first things I did was to take my team to a trip that Inmeta sponsored to CERN. So that was great fun. Inmeta is a consultancy company in the IT space with about 300 employees. We have different departments focusing on different areas. So we have a rather broad approach to digital transformation. I work on the department working with artificial intelligence, and Inmeta is part of a bigger company called Crayon. And here I'd say that we are the most dedicated in Norway within this. So we're only doing advanced analytics, and we have a lot of experience. So we've done more than 200 cross-industry applied AI projects. Maybe it's interesting for you also to know that there's a center of excellence here closer to you. So it's one in Vienna. Right. I'll just burn through to my last slide here, saying a bit about my current role. So I'm a senior data scientist. So most of my time I work on customer projects where the problem needs advanced analytics. So most often that will be machine learning. I've highlighted some of the selected projects that I worked on to the right here. So you can see that's it's a broad range of different things within industries of energy, maritime, digital safety, agriculture, as well as some research and development. And yes, I do training also, design, deliver training programs on machine learning. And I have responsibility for competence sharing, and I do so there's so much I can tell you, but just I have limited time, so I'll just say that I have lots of opportunity to get challenged and grow and learn new things. So it's a great place for me to be. I can tell you more later, but that's my time, I think.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lillian. You know what? I love your quote. Just because someone looks kick-ass and awesome doesn't mean they always feel it. It's very genuine and very authentic, and people aren't always brave enough to be genuine and authentic. So thanks for saying that. You said you're a material girl. In a world where young women lack role models in science, I want you to meet my daughters and say these things. That would be pretty cool.
I'd be happy to.